What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and today I'm finally gonna do the fucking story time that I wanted to do months ago, but I let people silence me. I should have just went ahead and did that shit, because what the fuck is they gonna do about it? I'm about to do the story time about the fucking vacation from hell, bitch. Yes, y'all. The vacation from hell when I went to fucking Atlanta. And I'm going to tell y'all every fucking thing that happened. I cannot wait to tell y'all this story. I can't wait to get into this fucking tea. It's actually New Year's Eve today. And it is the 5-year anniversary from the story time that fucking made me, I don't want to say go viral, but that story time is definitely what put me on my fucking YouTube map and my little social media map. I don't even want to bring up that story time for real, but I'm gonna put the link in the description box below and y'all can just check it out. If you know, you know. The girls that get it, and the ones who don't. But it is the 5-year anniversary of the day I dropped that story time. So I'm gonna do another story time for y'all today, and it's equally, if not more, crazy. I need a fucking drink before I tell this fucking story. We all need to just take a drink together. I got my tequila and lemonade. A little cheers to bring in the new year. Yes, bitch. Rich bitch energy all 2022. Hell yeah. We're gonna take a little sip. And we're gonna get into this fucking story time. Okay, y'all. So this story time took place, it actually took place this year, 2021. Originally, I was supposed to be moving to Atlanta in January, well, next month. Like, I was supposed to move to Atlanta in January of 2022. It's not that it didn't work out. I didn't want it to work out anymore. Like, I wasn't fucking with Atlanta. And it actually, this story time has a lot to do with the reason why I didn't move there. It actually, yeah, has a lot to do with the reason I didn't move there. But yeah, like, I wasn't fucking with the vibe of Atlanta. I thought it would be a good place for me to go to expand my brand and like work and do stuff like that. But when I started to realize how weird the motherfuckers is, I'm like, damn, y'all just as bad as Virginia motherfuckers for real. Actually a little bit worse, because like Atlanta people, they don't give a fuck. Like that's scam city. It's fucking, it's a fast ass city. Like, people don't care. They just trying to get a quick dollar. Whatever they fuck they need to do to get ahead, that's what they gonna do. And when I went to Atlanta, like, this story time is gonna explain, like, these motherfuckers are really different. Like, they really weird as hell. And I don't think it's the city for me. Like, after this, I was just like, okay, maybe this ain't what I need to do. Originally, I was supposed to move to Atlanta in January of 2022. So all 2021, well, like, for the first half of 2021, I was going back and forth to Atlanta. Like, I was dancing. I was like trying to get into the music scene down there a little bit, like trying to meet different people and shit. Just trying to like see, like, explore the city and see what type of area I might want to move to and different things like that. And in doing this, like, I was meeting different people out there. Like, I already have followers on my Instagram who were from Atlanta. One day I was on Instagram and I came across this boy. At first I didn't know he lived in Atlanta, but I was scrolling down his profile and like, he was so like perfect to me. Like, I just thought he was so cute. He had face tats, he had a fucking mohawk, like the way he dressed, he had on like his little spikes and his little chains and shit. I was like, oh wow, this is perfect for me, y'all. Like, he was really what I thought I wanted. Like, he was really that. Like, he looked like a male version of me. Like, his appearance, the type of stuff he was posting, the type of music he was listening to, I seen it on his story. Like, I was like, damn, like, you listen to underground rap and shit, all that shit, y'all. Like, I just thought he was the perfect nigga. And I was dead fucking wrong, bro. I was dead fucking wrong, number one. Anyway, so we start texting and stuff. Well, we start DMing, and eventually he gave me his number, and we start texting and stuff. So things were going good at first. Like, he was really cool. He rap, he make music and shit. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, he make music. You know, we could talk about that. Maybe we could do business later or whatever. Like, all type of shit. Like, things was just going fine, bro. Everything was cool. So he's like, yeah, like, you should come down here, you know, we can link and do whatever. You can stay at my crib, whatever. So eventually I end up going down there. And the first time I went there, I stayed just for a weekend. And yes, y'all, I did meet this boy off Instagram, and I did go to Atlanta to stay at his house. Yes, I'm nuts. I'm crazy. I know it's something wrong with me, but it's like, I don't know, like, I'm a very, I go with what I just do what I want. So, I don't know, like, I do what I want. And I wanted to go to Atlanta to see him, so I did. So, I brought my friend, the first time I went, I brought one of my friends along and her boyfriend. So, my friend and her boyfriend stayed in a hotel. I went to his crib, but they still had a hotel, like, just in case anything happened and everything, you know, I would just go there. But the first time I went there to see him, everything was fine. Like, everything was cool. There was a girl. Now, keep in mind, we're going to give her a name, because this girl comes back to play in this story. We're going to call her Sierra. So, the boy's name is Alex, and the girl's name is Sierra. So, I went to go see Alex, and when I got to Atlanta, it was like 3 in the morning. So, Alex, when I got to his house, Alex came outside. He helped me get my stuff, come inside, all that other stuff. And I go in the house, and Sierra was already there. Like, she was sleeping in his room, but he had like a bunk bed in his room. And don't do him, because the crib was actually dope as shit. Like, the way his crib was set up was dope as fuck. Don't fry him because he got a fucking bunk bed. Because his room was cool as hell. Like, his crib was dope as fuck. Still one of the dopest cribs I've seen to this day. Like, the way it was decorated and set up and shit. But anyway, there was a bunk bed and shit. And so she was like on the bottom and he was sleeping on the top. So I didn't really think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, that's his friend or whatever. I had seen her on his story before and shit. So I'm like, that's his friend or whatever. I ain't tripping. You know, so I go in there, went up to the top bunk, went to sleep. I went up there and I went to sleep. And I woke up in the morning and Sierra and me got introduced and shit. Alex was like, this is my friend. This is Chrissy and, you know, whatever. So me and Sierra, me being me, like, I mean, shit. Like, she was the only other female in the house. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Pause. Because let me rewind, okay? Because this is where the shit gets weird. There were other people in the house, but he told me that it was his crib. But there was, like, hella people in the house, bro. Like, hella people in the house. Like, I want to say more than 4, but his crib was like a 1-bedroom crib. So it's like, yeah, he's the only one. I'm assuming he's the only one whose name is on the lease. It would make sense that his name is the only one that's on the lease or whatever. So I know it was his crib. It was 2 bedrooms, but the other bedroom was like a game room. It was like a little lounge area. Like, it wasn't like somebody's room. So I'm like, okay, this is his crib, but all these motherfuckers are here. And I told my homegirl, I'm texting my homegirl like the whole time. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers in this crib or whatever. And in the morning, my homegirl and her boyfriend came back to the house. And they're like, what is everybody's relation like in this crib? Because it's a lot of motherfuckers in here. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. I know Sierra, and Sierra's cool. And I know Alex, and Alex is cool. And those are I'm here for Alex. Like, that's all I know. Like, all I know is I'm here for Alex. I'm here with Alex. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck else is going on. That weekend was actually fine. That weekend was perfect. Like, we had a good time. We had went to the carnival. We had went to, like, the mall or some shit. Where the fuck else did we go? We went some other places, but I can't even remember where else. We had fun, though. Like, it was a good-ass weekend, and that's what made me come back. So, when I went back to Virginia after that weekend, we had continued texting and talking and shit, and, you know, eventually it came back up. Like, then I was like, you know, I missed you. I want to see you again, whatever. I said I wanted to come back, and he was like, you know, you can come back. You can stay with me again, or you can get a hotel room, whatever you want. And so we came up to we came to the conclusion I would stay with him for a couple of days and I would get a hotel room for a couple of days. So that was already, you know, the plan or whatever. Didn't think the plan would be expedited as soon as it was, but that was the plan, you know what I'm saying? So I was going to stay with him for a couple of days, then leave. Didn't know that it was going to be as quick as I did. Next time that I came back, I don't know, like, what the fuck happened. I don't know if, like, that weekend was just, like, a little front or whatever. But the next time I came back is when all hell broke loose. That is when all hell broke loose. Okay. So this time I came back, there was still hella motherfuckers in the crib, which I already kind of knew was going to happen. That's why I was like, I'll just get a hotel, you know, for a couple of days and shit. But there was even more people coming this weekend. Because there was an event going on. So it was me, it was Alex, it was Sierra's friend, and her friend came from New York because the girl was she had got booked to DJ at a gig. So we gonna give the DJ a name. We gonna call her Lisa, and Lisa's friend, we gonna call him Jerry. So it was me, Sierra, Alex, Lisa, Jerry. That's 5 people already. And so then there was the extra people that was already staying at the crib. We just gonna call them. I can't even keep up with all these people, but there was like 3 or 4 other guys that were staying in the crib also at that time. So it was a lot of people in there. It was a lot of energies in there. And it was just a lot of commotion. So what ended up happening is when I came to Atlanta this time, I went and picked up Sierra because she lives like 30 minutes away from where Alex stayed. So me and Sierra got to the crib first. And everything was still cool at this time. Like, shit was still sweet. We went out that night. And this is where everything started getting weird. Like, when we went out that night, I don't know. It's just like the energy was off. I could tell something was off. I just had like a gut feeling. But I just kind of knew that some shit was going to pop off that night. So I'm getting ready and shit. We get ready to head out and everything. And we went to 2 places that night. We went to a show and we went to a bar. Yeah, we went to a show and we went to a bar. So when we were at the show, everything was cool. Everything was cool at the show. Like, I honestly had a good time. I'm gonna put, if I can find the videos, I'm gonna put videos of like what I was doing at these times, because y'all, if you follow me on social media, like, you know who I was with at this time. Don't say nothing, but you know who I was with at this time, like, and you know who these people are, because when all hell broke loose, I was posting about it as well, and I been said that I was going to do a story time about this. But yeah, the show was fine. The show actually ended up getting like shut down or whatever because somebody started shooting, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck, like, y'all niggas wildin'. So after that is when we went to the bar, and at the bar is when the little red flags about Alex started showing up, because that motherfucker is crazy. Like, I have no words, because it's like, I ain't gonna say too much, but that motherfucker Alex, that's a crazy nigga for you. Like, that nigga don't give no fucks. So we're at the bar and shit, and so Alex sees a guy. Mind you, my car is still at Alex's crib. I rode to the bar with Alex. We at the bar having fun, everything's cool, everything's great. Alex see a nigga that he got an issue with. But my whole thing was, like, the issue that he had with this person, he said it was some old shit. Like, so I was confused, like, as to why things went down the way it went. But then at the same time, I wasn't. But it's just like, damn, like, you picked now to address this shit. Girl, how about we at the bar? So he see the nigga that he got a problem with. He walked down on him, pressed the nigga outside after the club. So I'm behind him. The nigga is looking at Alex, and the nigga that Alex was about to fight got some bitches with him, and the bitches is looking at me like I got a problem too. I'm like, bro, all due respect, I don't know this nigga. Like, I'm still getting to know this nigga. Like, I don't know him. I don't know what beef y'all got, but like, I don't got shit to do with it, so leave me out of it. The bitches start looking at me, and I'm just looking at them, and Alex is going back and forth with the nigga. So me, I'm like, okay, I'm already knowing where this is going. Alex still off on the nigga. Alex steals off on the nigga. Like, like they were talking. Boom, Alex still off on the nigga. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And at this point, I'm drunk. Like, we was pre-gaming at the house. We went to the show. We went to the bar. I'm fucked up, bro. Like, my reaction time is not gonna be what it would have been if I was sober anyway. So I'm sitting beside Alex, and I'm like, yo, this nigga just stole off on this nigga. So me being from Norfolk, Virginia, I'm like, oh, there's only one way this shit is gonna end. I turn myself back inside, and I go back in the bar, because what the fuck, like, y'all niggas is really out here scrapping. I'm not from here. I don't know none of y'all. I don't know who got what. I don't know what the fuck is about to happen. I was like, yo, I'm going back in this fucking bar. Yeah. So Alex goes to the car, and all I hear, when I go back inside is pow, 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 pow. So this motherfucker skirts off, leaves. I'm like, hold on, like, wait a minute now. Wait a fucking minute, because, you know, you left and I'm still here. Like, I'm still in the bar. I'm still in the bar. You left me here and I came here with you. Okay, so I'm texting Alex like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where the fuck are you at? This nigga texts me back, do you have my camera? I said, okay. Matter of fact, let me just take a sip on that, because... I'm sorry, excuse me? What the fuck do you mean, do I still have your camera? Like, bitch, you just left me at the bar after a fucking shootout that you pretty much... You started this fucking fight. Like, you walked down on the nigga, you hit the nigga, and then you went to your car and did whatever. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, you did all that shit and you left me here. So he texted me, he said, do you have my camera? Then he says, you might just gotta take an Uber to back to my crib. Huh? So Sierra talking about, oh, you from the hood, you should know that if a nigga get into some shit, he not gonna want you riding around with him when he leaving and shit. You should know that. You should know that. I'm like, bruh, what I know is I'm not from here. You brought me somewhere. You started some shit and you left me there. Like, you talking about you don't want me riding around if you got into some shit. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen to me if you left me there, my nigga? Like, what the fuck? I came here with you and you left me. That's the red flag number one that I should have paid attention to. But listening to Sierra, I'm like, okay, maybe she right, but at the same time, like, I don't feel right about this. So I was just like, all right, whatever. So the whole shit was over at the bar. I walk outside. People are like, are you okay? Like, it's damn near 2:30 and you still here. Like, what's going on? I'm trying to remember this dude's address so I can go the fuck back to where I was at. Then he texts me and he's like, never mind, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm like, dude, like, all right, like, whatever. Like, I got your camera. Come back if you coming back, whatever. Because at this point, it's above me. So that was Friday night. I had got there on Friday, I think. Yeah, I had got there on Friday. This was the first night, girl. Out the gate, wilding. So the next day is when Sierra's homegirl and Sierra's homegirl's friend came from New York because she was DJing a gig or whatever. And, like, they were cool. So they come here and, like, the day they came down, we had all went to go get food. So the group was so big when we went to the restaurant, it was like split up. So it was Alex and like the guys, and then it was Sierra, me. Matter of fact, I don't even know if Alex ended up coming to sit at our table or what. But it was like, it was all split up. Like, the group was split up. We were in two different parts of the restaurant. So we're sitting at the table or whatever. Mind you, we drinking again, having fun, eating tacos or whatever. And one of Alex's friends, like, and like I said, if you followed me at this time, you know who I'm talking about. But he's a rap nigga, a SoundCloud rap nigga. He's actually a pretty known SoundCloud rap nigga. But this nigga got a fucked up attitude, bro. Got a very fucked up attitude. So, mind you, like, I have social anxiety. So when I'm around a lot of people, like, my energy just goes down. I feel drained and my energy just goes down. Like, that's why I have to drink when I'm in social settings in order to keep talking and being active and shit. So I wasn't really like trying to drink right then because we had just drank last night and I just didn't feel like drinking. So I was being kind of quiet and reserved and shit. So when we got up and left, more friends pulled up to the restaurant. I don't know, like, it was just a lot of people, but everybody was talking and I was just kind of sitting there. So the guy that was driving the car, mind you, I don't even remember the guy that was driving the car. He wasn't even attractive to me or anything. Like, I was just trying to make small talk or whatever. So everybody was talking to somebody and the only person that was still there was the nigga that had jumped out of the front seat of the car. So I was like, I had made some type of comment about the car or whatever. I can't remember what exactly it was that I said. But if you know me, like, you know, I be going to car meets and stuff like that. Like, my best friend is into cars. I kind of got into cars via my best friend, so I know a little bit about cars. So I was just making small talk about the car. Then Alex's friend comes out the fucking blue talking about, oh, this bitch, this bird-ass bitch, she trying to get chose, ain't she? She trying to get picked. Because I made a comment to the guy about the car. And it's like, he disrespected me in front of the whole fucking group for no damn reason. I was just sitting making small talk with the guy. But the part that blew me was the fact that Alex didn't say shit about it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you really gonna sit here and let this nigga disrespect me in front of all these people like this? And I didn't even do shit. Like, I was just trying to make conversation. Like, first y'all were saying I wasn't talking enough. Then I start a conversation with somebody and y'all trying to say I'm a bird and trying to be picked. And if you know me, you know I don't give a damn about being picked. Never gave a damn about being picked. So it's like, where the fuck did you pull that from? Like, you literally pulled that shit from out your ass. You was just trying to be problematic toward me, which I don't understand. So later when we got to the house, I decided to talk to the guy about the comment that he made. And he was being so fucking disrespectful. Bro, he was being so disrespectful, bro. Like, he was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This bitch from Virginia, like, who the fuck are you? Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, what's going on? So Sierra and Alex, like, they was in the room during the time of that conversation. And they kind of said something to him, but they didn't really, like, step for real. Like, they didn't really... Because at the end of the day, that was their friend. Like, I'm the only one in the house that wasn't in the friend group originally. These motherfuckers already know each other. So it's like, I'm the only one that wasn't a part of their friend group. So, of course, they're not going to, like, ride for me like that. I don't need them to. I held my own. But it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm here to see you, and you letting your fucking friends disrespect me. Like, this is weird. So, the next thing that happened was... After this situation, there was another situation. Now, mind you, I done already told you that I had, like, expressed interest in Alex and everything like that. At this point, like, everybody knows I'm here with Alex. Like, I was not flirting with nobody else in that house. I was not trying to talk to anybody else in that house. And there was a lot of niggas in that house. Like, a lot of niggas was in that house. And I was not fucking with none of them. Like, some of them even tried to come on to me, and I was like, no, like, I'm here with Alex. Like, what part of this don't y'all get? And I remember one time I was in the kitchen, and one of Alex's friends had, like, grabbed me on my ass, and I was like, bro, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not here for you. Like, clearly I'm here for Alex, and you just did that shit. Like, that's weird as fuck. So later that day, I had tried to talk to Alex about it. First, he said that he didn't believe that happened. Then I was like, no, it did happen. Your friend did this, and this and this and that. And it made me, like, trying to explain that, it kind of made me uncomfortable. And I'm like, I'm here with you. So I just want you to know, like, your friend definitely tried to come on to me and tried to touch me inappropriately when he knows that I'm here for you. Like, type shit. Like, just trying to give him a heads up and, like, trying to explain what's going on before his friend can go and run his mouth and say anything about me. So Alex gave me a mouth about that. He was like, first he didn't think it happened how I said it happened. Then he tried to say that I was carrying it because I said technically, like, yeah, that is assault. Like, that is a form of sexual assault, a sexual harassment. Like, you don't touch people. You don't, like, you don't do that. You don't just grab on people. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm here chilling. I'm thinking everything's cool. Everybody's cool. And you just randomly just grab me. Like, you knew that shit was wrong. That's why you waited for nobody to be around while you did it. Like, if you see this, you know you wrong. That shit was weird. And it's like, okay, whatever. But I was still trying to keep it cool. Like, I was trying to still keep it cool with everybody in the crib and everything. I kept my cool, y'all. I really did a good job of maintaining my cool. Did a great job of maintaining my cool because the old me would have just blacked out on everybody and fucking left. Which, yeah, like, I don't think that would have went in my favor anyway because, like I said, it was one of me and it was like 10,000 of them. But still, I don't be giving a fuck. Well, a couple of days later after that, there was a concert and it was like Pooh Shiesty and G Herbo and all these other people and shit. And I was just so, like, fed up of being in the crib. I asked Alex and Sierra if they wanted to go, and they were like, no, they didn't want to go. So I was like, well, I'm going. I like Pooh Shiesty. I like G Herbo. And so I went. And before I left out the crib, I got up and I came to the front of the crib and I seen Sierra sitting in Alex's lap. So, like, huh? Like, what's going on? What is really going on? And I was really confused because the nigga that was being disrespectful to me, the one that made the comment about me being a bird and all that, That was supposed to be Sierra nigga. So I'm like, how the fuck you sitting on Alex's lap, but you supposed to be fucking with the disrespectful nigga? I'm supposed to be fucking with Alex. Like, y'all both strange as hell, because Sierra was like, that was supposed to be my bitch. Like, we were supposed to be cool and shit. Why the fuck are you sitting on Alex's lap? Like, what the fuck? And then these motherfuckers tried to act like they didn't know why I was mad about that. So once I seen that shit, I left the crib. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm already going somewhere. Whatever. Y'all want to be weird? Okay, cool. Like, I left. When I came back, Alex was there, Sierra was there, all in his bedroom. It was Alex, Sierra, and the disrespectful nigga. So I took my stuff and I went in the game room, and I was just like, I'ma just chilling here, because like I said, it was a lot of energies. So at this point, I'm like, damn, like, I was supposed to be in Atlanta for a week. I wanted to spend like 4 days with Alex and then like 3 days in my own room. So yeah, like, I was gonna do it like that, but it got expedited because so much shit just happened in the house. And like I told y'all, I already got anxiety. I already got social, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this shit was really fucking with me. And they were acting like they didn't know why it was fucking with me. But I explained in great detail why it was fucking with me. And what they did when I explained it just pretty much shows, like, why these niggas are fucking weird. But the story gets worse, y'all. The story gets fucking worse, bro. So yes, Alex and Sierra, I don't know what the fuck they had going on, but it's like when I would express that I didn't like something, it's like they would do it more. Like, they would toy around with it even more. And then when I would get upset, they would like antagonize me for it. It was a really weird energy, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, it was weird as fuck. And I'm telling y'all, like, I didn't know these people. These people didn't know me. So I'm trying to be still, you know, cordial and like respectful of the fact that I'm in somebody else's crib and just like chill and be cool. But the shit that was going on was just ridiculous. Like, I was kind of getting real pissed off. Like, it was really annoying. So I want to say, like, this was the last night. No, this was the second to last night that I stayed there. So this was like my third night there. I did this. I'm a little lit. But this was like my third night there. So on my third night there, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were chilling. I was drunk again because I could not stay sober in that house. Like, first of all, this was back when I wasn't smoking anyway. And y'all know I don't do drugs. So it's like, I would just drink because they were just making me so, I don't know, like, something in my spirit was just not meshing with that house. Like, and I felt like it was me. I felt like I was wrong because it's like, damn, like, this is where you want to move. These are the type of people you're going to be around. Like, what's wrong with you, Chrissy? Like, get it together. Like, why are you being like this? But I don't know, y'all. Like, something was just not sitting right with me about that house and about these people. And it wouldn't work. Like, I had to be drunk to deal with them. I had to be drunk to talk to them or go anywhere with them. Like, I just didn't feel comfortable. Especially after I told him about what his friend did. And he tried to, like, flip that shit. I really didn't like that. So yeah, like, my third night, this was the night that all hell really just kind of like broke loose. I was like, yo, I can't fuck with these niggas anymore. So what happened was, Alex had, long story short, Alex had one of his hoes over there, or some bitch that he was fucking or whatever. Now, mind you, at the time, he had an ex that was like, I don't know what they had going on. He told me that he was not fucking with her no more. But when I got to the crib, like, her shoes and like some other stuff of hers was still there. But the way that he told me that they broke up led me to believe that they was just not going to get back together again. And that's my fault. Like, that's on me. I should have known better. But yeah, like, the way that he, I'm not trying to put his business out there or anything, but it was just like a really like horrendous breakup. And her leaving the house and everything. So I just knew that his ex was not going to be a problem no more. But I was wrong. So, but anyway, this particular night, it was another girl that Alex was fucking that was in the crib. She came in there. She started cooking. So once I see her cooking, I was like, oh yeah, bitch, you got it. Because I don't even fucking cook. And I'm definitely not about to fucking start now for these niggas. Like, what the fuck? She in there cooking and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, this bitch got it. So I got a little attitude. Yes, I did. I got an attitude because at this point I had went through all that shit and I was like, what the fuck? I went into the game room. I was sitting down. I came out the game room Everybody was getting high. I ain't gonna say what they was getting high on because I'm not no incriminating ass bitch, but it won't fucking weed, bitch. Like, it was not weed, and they had offered it to me, and I said no. Like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do this, and I really don't want it done around me. If I could have, I would have went and got a room that night, but it was like, I would have been scrambling, like, trying to get all my stuff together and, like, trying to find a room and drive around and all this other shit. Like, it was a lot going on. If I would have known that they was going to do that, I would have just left that night, but I didn't. I ended up leaving the next day. They all was off the substance or whatever. I left the crib because I was like, I've already told y'all, I don't do that. I don't want it done around me. I've had people in my life do this, and like some traumatic shit has happened, and I just don't want it done around me. Like, but this is y'all crib. Like, I can't tell people what to do in their crib. So I left. I left and recorded a podcast interview with somebody, and when I came back, that's when these motherfuckers decided they all wanted to jump on my case. I'm talking bitches talking about I think that I'm better than motherfuckers because I don't want to get high with them. I feel, first of all, I don't know y'all. Why the fuck would I do a drug? First of all, I'm not into drugs anyway, but even if I was, why the fuck would I do a drug that I've never done with people that I don't know? Like, that don't even sound right. But this is the thought process that these motherfuckers use, bro. Like, just, like, huh? Like, what? Like, real weird ass shit. And these people, like, they were known people in the city. Like, people know these motherfuckers. When they go places, people know these people. People knew Sierra. People knew Alex. People knew the disrespectful ass nigga. So I'm like, oh, this is just how Atlanta is. Like, this is just how these people are. Y'all strange as hell. And then, like, at the time when I had came there, it was after a tragedy had happened, like, back home. So I'm trying to come there to just like chill and like have a good time and just kind of forget about what had happened back home, because 2 of my family members had actually died like at the same time. Like, it was a big thing in my city. Like, 2 of my family members had got killed. It was crazy. I was trying to just like have some time and just like breathe and think, because it was just crazy. Like, the whole situation was crazy back home. So leaving there to come to Atlanta, and then it's even more gunplay, even more dumb shit. Like, I'm like, bro, I can't get a break. Not to say that it's their fault because they didn't know this, but I'm just like, this is what's going through my head at the time and why I'm so like irritated. Yes, girl, they tried to get on my ass talking about I think I'm this and that because I don't do drugs and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, look, y'all motherfuckers, because first of all, y'all high, so I'm not listening to shit y'all got to say at this time. Alex, I don't give a fuck. You're wrong because you told me to come here, but you're like, I understand we're not together. I understand we're not together. But it's like, I would not flirt with no nigga or do any of the things that he was doing. Like, and I'm here, like, and you're here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to see you, and you got bitches that you fucking on in the crib, and it's just creating a weird ass energy, bro. Like, and I'm trying to keep calm and be cool with everybody, because, like I said, I'm the only one that's not in their friend group. So it's like, if all these motherfuckers wanted to turn on me right now and just decide to do some fucked up shit, then I'd be fucked. But it's like, y'all not about to carry me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, at some point I did say something. Like, y'all acting real strange. This girl, like, they all off the substances. They all geeking and tweaking. And I'm just like, bro, I start packing my shit up. I go in the game room. And I start packing all my shit up. I was like, look, I'm about to get up out of here tomorrow. I'm talking to Alex. Like, at this point, I'm talking to Alex. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here tomorrow because I don't know what the fuck going on. But this ain't it. Like, I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't like the type of stuff that's going on around me. You done had me in some weird ass situations, and I'm just not fucking with it. Like, I feel like this is how girls come up missing or like raped or like killed even. Like, it was giving me that type of energy, that type of sinister ass energy. Not sinister in a fun, edgy type way, but sinister in a way like these motherfuckers might drug and kill me type shit. And like the next day I had said that shit on Twitter, which I don't know, I might have, you know, maybe I shouldn't have said it, but that's how I felt. Like, I said, this is giving me like the Kanika, how do you say her name? Kanika Jenkins or whatever, when they found the girl in the refrigerator. It was giving me that type of energy. And that's what I said. And that's when all these motherfuckers decided they wanted to run to social media and try to drag me for no damn reason. They was like, oh, this ugly ass, yes, girl, called me ugly. I'm like, bitch, y'all are clearly tweakers, because First, I was all cute and I'm this, I'm that. When I was, Sierra, when I was your friend, I was cute and I'm this, I'm that. Alex, when you was trying to fuck with me, I was this and cute and all that. But now, because I called y'all out for being weird, I'm ugly. Make it make sense. I know I'm not ugly. So I didn't give a damn about what they was talking about. I didn't even know I was being dragged until I went onto my stripper page, which I'm never on. Like, I don't pay attention to that page for real. They tagged my stripper page and all this shit. So I'm sitting on my main kikiing and laughing, and somebody that I knew actually was like, do you know you're being dragged right now? And so I go and look, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, these motherfuckers is really dragging me right now. They talking about the shit that I said. Oh, my bad. I accidentally said his name. I gotta take that out. But they were talking about the shit that I said to the homeboy that rapped because he was being disrespectful. Okay, talking about I said he couldn't come to Virginia. First of all, that's not what I said, bro. That's not what I said at all. Somebody in Virginia said that they was gonna book him. And I'm like, first of all, don't do it, because this motherfucker is sitting here in my face being disrespectful and saying fuck Virginia and all this other shit. If it's fuck Virginia, then it's fuck Virginia. Don't come here and rap. Like, the fuck? Yeah, I said don't book him. I didn't say the motherfucker couldn't come to Virginia. Like, y'all really carrying it. It was just lies, bro. Like, they was really carrying it. It was a bunch of lies. And right then and there is when I realized, like, okay, Atlanta is something else. Like, y'all motherfuckers is messy as shit. Y'all motherfuckers is weird as hell. Tweakers, like, all that shit. I'm like, yeah, like, this isn't the city for me. Like, that shit was just mind-blowing to me, though, y'all. Like, to this day, I still don't understand, like, how I didn't black out on one of them. Because it was that bad. Like, the disrespect was that bad, bro. It was really crazy. I still don't understand that to this day, because it's like, Sierra, you're a female. Like, you should not be trying to talk shit about another female saying that somebody did something to her or touched me that made me uncomfortable. I don't understand what was funny or what was, like, comical or humorous about that. I didn't find it funny when he did that. It took me a minute to even tell Alex because of this type of shit right here. Like, I didn't want to say something and then the whole shit go left. But it did, and whatever, like, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, like, after my third night in that house, I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I got a hotel. I continued to stay in Atlanta for like a couple more days. I did have fun. I was just like dolo, so it wasn't really nobody to do shit with, but I had fun. I went, I danced, I did a whole bunch of shit. How about no less than 24 hours after I left, this motherfucker, Alex, posted on Instagram with his tongue all in another bitch mouth. And come to find out, the bitch was his ex, bro. Come to find out, the bitch was his ex. No less than 24 hours after I left, this motherfucker was, and I'm talking like he tonguing this bitch down, bro. Tonguing this bitch down, like trying to be funny toward me. Like trying to be petty toward me. So you have an idea of the type of person Alex is by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a real petty, like, chaotic motherfucker. Like, your energy is just mad chaotic and sinister. Because why did you do that? Like, you purposely did that for me to see it and feel some type of way. But anyway, y'all, yes, that is the story time about my trip to Atlanta. Worst trip in the fucking world, and part of the reason why I don't really care to go back. Like, I've seen all I need to see of Atlanta. I'm good. Like, if you live in Atlanta and you watching my video, like, I fuck with you. I fuck with all my cool followers that are in Atlanta and everything, but I will not be back. But yeah, I won't be hanging out in Atlanta with motherfuckers anymore. I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? I definitely learned my lesson. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Happy New Year. Get drunk, bitches.